If you notice this one moment, she gives you attention. The next, she disappears. One day, she makes you feel special. The next, she acts like you barely exist. And before you realize it, you're checking your phone every few minutes, replaying every conversation, wondering what changed. But here's the brutal truth. Sometimes it's not love. Sometimes it's emotional games. And if you don't learn how to protect your heart, you can lose your peace, your confidence, and even your self-respect. But what if the ancient wisdom of Stoicism already had the answer? Stay until the end, because number 10 is the one move that instantly breaks her emotional control. And the first thing you must understand is this: the game only works if you react. Number 1, control your reaction. The moment you respond emotionally to every delayed text, every mixed signal, every hot and cold behavior, you step directly into the trap. Stoicism teaches that your first power is not action, that is self-control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. When she pulls away, don't panic. When she goes silent, don't chase. Silence from others should never create chaos within you. The Stoic man pauses. He observes. He refuses to let someone else's inconsistency become his inner storm. And here's where most men fail. They mistake urgency for love. But the second lesson is even more powerful. Sometimes the answer is already in the confusion itself. Number 2. Stop chasing explanations. If someone constantly leaves you confused, drained, and overthinking, that confusion may already be your answer. A woman who genuinely values you rarely leaves you trapped in emotional uncertainty. Stoicism teaches you to trust reality over fantasy. Stop asking, "What does she mean?" Start asking, "What do her actions consistently show?" Because actions never lie for long. And this next principle is where emotional clarity becomes dangerous in a good way. Words can seduce the heart, but behavior exposes the truth. Number 3. Believe actions, not words. Anyone can say the right things. I miss you. I care about you. You matter to me. But if the effort disappears, if the consistency vanishes, if the respect is missing, then words become noise. The Stoic path is rooted in reality. Observe patterns, not promises. A man who learns this instantly stops being emotionally manipulated. But the fourth way changes everything, because it attacks the root of the game itself. The real weapon behind emotional games is scarcity. Number 4. Never fear absence. Hot and cold behavior works because it creates emotional scarcity. Attention one day. Distance the next. Your mind starts craving the next moment of warmth. This is how emotional dependency begins. But Stoicism teaches abundance from within. Your worth does not decrease because someone pulls away. The moment you stop fearing her absence, you become emotionally untouchable. And now comes the most dangerous trap of all. What destroys most men isn't heartbreak. It's overthinking. Number 5. Protect your mental peace. If someone's behavior keeps stealing your focus, your sleep, and your emotional balance, the cost is already too high. Peace is priceless. The Stoic man guards his mind like a fortress. He does not allow anyone to rent space in his thoughts for free. If a connection creates more anxiety than peace, that is information. And what comes next is pure power. Never beg for what should be given freely. Number 6. Never beg for attention. The fastest way to lose yourself is to beg for replies, affection, or validation. A Stoic man never trades dignity for temporary comfort. He understands this truth. What must be forced is rarely real. The moment you chase attention, the power dynamic shifts. Self-respect must always come first. But now comes the most psychologically powerful move in the entire script. Sometimes silence reveals more than words ever can. Number 7. Use silence as a test. Pull back. Stop forcing communication. Let the silence breathe, because silence exposes intention. People who value you move closer. People who enjoy control disappear. This one move reveals everything. And what comes next may be the most Stoic lesson of all. Freedom begins where attachment ends. Number 8. Detach from the outcome. Stop tying your happiness to whether she replies, chooses you, or stays. Detachment is not indifference. It is emotional freedom. The Stoic man loves without losing himself. He values connection, but never at the juice and at the day. Cost of inner peace. And now we move to the game-changing mindset. A strong man never builds his entire identity around one person. Number 9. Build a life bigger than her. Purpose kills emotional dependency. Focus on your mission. Your body. Your growth. Your discipline. When your life is full, emotional games lose their power, because people can only control empty spaces. Now for the most powerful final lesson, the one that ends every game instantly. The strongest move is the one most men are afraid to make. Number 10. Walk away from drama. Sometimes the ultimate Stoic response is not winning the game. It is refusing to play. Walking away from confusion is not weakness. It is mastery. Peace is greater than validation. Clarity is greater than attachment. Self-respect is greater than temporary desire. The moment you choose peace over drama, the emotional game ends. Remember this. No one can play with your heart unless you hand them the controls. Stoicism teaches that your peace is your responsibility. Protect it. Guard it. Honor it. Because the man who masters himself can never be controlled by anyone else. And that is true power.